Okay, last topic for the design of weld connection or welded connection would be the eccentric weld connections, shear plus tension. Yung first part nito, shear only. Okay? So ngayon would be shear plus tension na. Okay? Yung ibang term dito sa mga books, yung mga references, tawag nila dito out of plane eccentricity. Okay? Now, ano bang meron dito no sa connection na to? So I would like you to refer on this figure, no? So you have a column, tapos yung column mo dun sa planche, meron kang kinonect na ano, na sabihin nating bracket, no, steel bracket. Or parang T. Dun sa elevation view from this side, parang T section siya, no? Tapos naka-weld. Naka-weld yung T section mo. So meron kang ano doon, meron kang load doon, P. So obviously meron kang eccentricity. Okay? Now, in this scenario kasi na kung saan ganito na yung connection, iba na yung magiging formula. No? Hindi na to ano, shear only. No? Magiging ano ka na, shear plus tension. Okay? Shear plus tension na. Now, if we would compare yung dalawa, no, for the sake of comparison, no, yung shear only, ito yung magiging ano, ito yung parang itsura niya, no. Okay, so ipakita natin tong figure na to. Okay? For the shear only, ito yung plane ng weld group mo. No? Tapos ito yung load P. Okay? Yung topic natin ngayon, shear plus tension. Observe mo yung plane ng weld group mo. Okay? Ito yung plane of weld group mo. Tapos yung applied load po mo, load P mo andito. Okay? So ito yung eccentricity. Okay? On this scenario. Ito naman yung eccentricity on this scenario. Okay? So magkaiba na yung plane ng weld group mo. So ang nangyayari ngayon, iba na yung actions acting on your ano connection. So ito yung mga ano, ito yung discussion natin no, on this subtopic. So if you have as load P as mentioned and you have a eccentric distance, yung stresses na acting dun sa welded connection mo would be ano na no, a combination na ng stresses produced by the shear action nung load P and yung tension stress components niya from the moment no nung created by the load P. Okay? So as I mentioned, no, dalawang component, shear component and tension component ang kailangan mong i-calculate. The only difference na meron dito, okay, in terms of analysis, kung dun sa mga previous calculation natin sa eccentric welded connection na shear only, ang analysis natin is in terms of unit length, no, 1 millimeter. So I would like to observe, no, this on this one is a unit width, no, unit width, not unit length. For the considering the weld thickness. Okay? So thickness ng weld ang usapan natin dito. In order for us to calculate yung stress components. Okay? Now, we could resolve this into ano no, into like so. So yung load P na yan, ililipat mo yung action na yun dun sa ano, dun sa location na to, okay? And then you would have para maging concentric, kumbaga. So ito yung ano, basis ng shear component, no? And yung plus, no? Yung tension component naman would be ano, yung equivalent moment created by the load P and its eccentricity. Okay? Kasi di ba, if you have this section, tapos naglagay ka ng moment like so, clockwise, ang tendency nito ano eh, yung fiber ng weld on this point would be under tension. Di ba? Under tension. Tapos yung dito naman sa point na to, would be under compression. Okay? So yung critical, no, and usually the maximum reaction was based doon sa combination ng dalawang component na to, yung shear and the tension component. Okay? So punta tayo sa ano, sa formula. So yung formula for in terms of the direct shear component, okay? For this scenario is ito, no? Okay? Yung formula niya is as simple as F sub P represented by the direct shear component is equal to the load P divided by the total length of your weld. Okay? Similarly, on the tension component, the formula is F small letter F sub M is equal to the load P times the eccentricity divide S or the section modulus of your weld group. Okay? So, saan ba nanggaling to? No? By the way, saan nanggaling tong formula na to? Well, yung formula na yan, galing lang yan dito eh. No? Galing lang yan dito sa formula na to na familiar na rin kayo. No? So, just to give you an idea, galing yan dito. Okay? Okay? So alam kasi natin na yung section modulus MC over I, no? Okay? Yung section modulus is also equal to moment of inertia divided by the distance c, no? Kaya nga itong equation na to, pwede mo siyang i-convert as ano eh, m over s or the section modulus, no? Galing dito. Okay? Galing dito. Now, itong moment mo kasi na to, 'di ba? This is also equal to this eh, yung P times E. Okay? Kaya ang result niya naging ganito. Okay? This equation for the tension component. Okay? So ito yung mga given. Alam niyo na to, applied load, eccentricity. Okay? Total length of weld, section modulus of the weld group. Okay? Now, alam na natin kung paano i-calculate to, straightforward, no? Depende sa given. Ang medyo mahirap lang, okay, na take away nyo on this discussion would be the how to calculate the section modulus ng weld group. Okay? So punta tayo sa next page. Anyways, before we proceed to that, no, the overall, no, reaction talaga would be the combination of that, of those component, and the resulting weld stress would be in terms of Newton per millimeter would be this equation, no, parang resultant formula lang, no. So that would be the reaction is equal to the square root of F sub P squared plus F sub M squared. Okay. Now, let's go back dun sa section modulus ng weld group. Paano ba siya kina-calculate, no? Well, meron tayo ditong table that would serve as a guide on how to calculate yung section modulus ng weld group. Okay? So, meron tayong item, I think A to G ata, kung di ako nagkakamali. No? And then, merong mga orientation ng weld. Okay? Meron siyang depth, tapos meron siyang, meron siyang distance D, meron siyang distance B. Okay? Tapos may iba't ibang orientation. Okay? So, iba't ibang orientation, iba't iba yung section modulus. Okay? Meron siyang center of gravity and meron siyang section modulus na parang pwede mo nang gamitin kaagad. Okay? Now, the problem is hindi mo dapat i-memorize to kasi masyadong madami yan, no? Ang strategy is to understand paano ba siya kina-calculate, no, yung section modulus na yan. So yung unit nito is in terms of millimeter to the to the third. Okay? So sige, for example, magbigay tayo ng example itong item A, no, wherein you have a vertical weld like so. Okay? Ang sabi sa table na to, yung section modulus niya daw is d squared over 6. So kung paano nag-arrive diyan, so let's try to derive, no. So for item A, no, just to take note lang, no, ito yung assumption natin. Yung thickness of weld would be considered as 1 millimeter, no? Yan yung assumption natin for the section properties calculation, okay? Now, alam natin, no, yung pinaka overall formula natin for section modulus, 'di ba? Ito lang din naman yung magiging guide natin, I over C. Okay? So calculate muna natin yung moment of inertia nung na to, item A na to, okay? So obviously, somehow it's like a rectangular section, no, with depth of D and yung assumption natin, no, yung pinaka thickness natin unit with 1 millimeter. Okay? So yung formula, no, since rectangular section pala yan, the formula is as simple as no, BD cube over 12. Okay? So yung neutral axis natin, by the way, no, would be from this location. Okay? From this location. So kung yun yung moment of inertia o pa-rectangle, no, we could plug in na yung mga given. Halimbawa, no, yung B, yung width ng ating rectangle, ang assumption natin diyan is 1 millimeter. Okay? Unit width. So yun na yun. Okay? Yung D or yung depth ng ating section as is, so D cube divided by 12. Okay? Now in terms of simplify mo yan, that would give you D cube divided by 12. Okay? Now yung section, no, or yung distance C naman, as per figure, kung ito yung neutral axis, by the way, no, laging neutral axis tayo mag-start in terms of the calculation. Yung distance C, ang definition niyan is from the neutral axis to the extreme fiber. So ito 'yon, no? Which is also equal to d over 2. Okay, yung distance C. So you can see here, pinlagin natin dito. Okay? To simplify, we would have cancel out yung 3 dito, cancel out to, magiging d squared. Okay? So ito, cancel out. Okay? Dito is 6. So ang lalabas na value is d squared over 6. Okay? Now this is also equal with kung ano yung nasa table. Okay? So as simple as that. Okay? Now let's make it complicated. Try natin yung item C naman. Okay? Paano ba nakalculate itong section modulus ng weld group na to? So on this scenario, meron tayong dalawang weld, horizontal weld, like so. No? So alam natin yung neutral axis nito Okay, andito. Okay? Yung neutral axis nung item C na well group would be located here. Okay? So, okay? So, plug-in natin yung formula. Okay? On this case, since yung in terms of the analysis, ang pwede natin gawin, mag-focus muna tayo sa isa. Okay? Tapos i-times 2 na lang natin kasi ganun lang naman yung calculation natin, no? So, for example, i-consider natin itong weld line na to. Okay? So, the formula would be, we would use the transfer formula kasi hindi na siya nagpo-pull dun sa okay? Sa neutral axis. So, yung formula for the transfer formula is the moment of inertia, no? Or Ix bar plus area d squared. Okay? So, yung Ix bar, ito yung moment of inertia ng rectangular section. So, again, rectangular section pa rin tayo, no? Pero sa rectangular section natin na to, yung width natin is yung distance b, but yung depth ng ating weld would be 1 millimeter, na yung pinaka-depth ng ating rectangular weld section, 1 millimeter. So kung ipa-plug in natin siya sa formula ng Ix bar, which is BD cube over 12, you could see here na yung B natin is as is, o yung distance B. Yung depth natin is yung depth ng ating rectangular weld section. Ang assumption natin is unit width na 1 millimeter. So you could see, pinag-in natin siya dito. So 1 cube divided by 12. Okay? Then yung area nung weld na yun, rectangular section, is simply 1 times B. Okay? And then yung definition ng D na distance on this equation would be the distance from the neutral axis to the centroid nung shape in consideration, which is also equal to D over 2. Okay? D over 2. Okay? Ito na yun. Squared. Okay? Tapos times na lang natin by 2 kasi dalawa naman yun. Okay? Okay? Para mas mabilis yung calculation. Simplify. Okay? So we would have B over 12 plus BD squared. Okay? So over 4 okay, times 2. Ito na yun. Okay? And we would have B over 6 plus BD squared over 2. Okay? For the value of I sub x. Now, usually kasi itong term na to, masyadong maliit yan that we ignore. We assume is as equal to 0. Okay? And we neglect yung term na yan. So, using the same formula for the section modulus, okay? Yung plug-in natin yung value ng moment of inertia, ito yung naging value natin, BD squared over 2. Okay? Tapos yung definition ng C, ganun pa din. D over 2 pa rin naman. Okay? So, simplify mo ulit. Okay? You would have, maka-cancel out to. Okay? Cancel out yung D. Even yung 2, maka-cancel out din. Okay? So, matitira ngayon is B times D, no? For the formula ng ating section modulus for this scenario. Okay? So, as simple as that. Okay? Now, yung the rest ng table for the well group, ito na yung value ng section modulus. Okay? So, I would like you to investigate and try to solve na lang, no? Kung paano ba siya na-generate. Okay? So, ayan, hanggang L pala to. Meron din tayong circular. Meron tayong somehow I-shape ba to? Okay? Okay, so I would skip this one, no? And let's proceed na siguro on example problem. Example problem number 5.
A bracket is welded to a steel column shown. A concentrated load PU was applied at a distance 8. Determine the appropriate welded size. Use E60XX weld and LRFD. A. If E equals 0 mm, what is the required weld size W with or without considering the weld limitations? B. Compute the reaction due to direct shear component. C. Calculate the reaction due to tension component. Letter D. Determine the maximum weld reaction. Letter E. Find the required weld size W.
Okay. So, for example problem number 5, obviously this is an eccentrically welded connection, shear plus tension. Okay? Yung load PU natin, which is equivalent to 380 kilonewton, meron siyang eccentric distance, no, na 150 millimeter. And then, in terms of well group, meron tayong dalawang vertical. Okay, dalawang vertical, 450 millimeter yung length. Okay? Ito yung mga given, E60, and pinapagamit is LRFD. Ito yung mga hinahanap. Okay? So, let's solve. So for item A, yung question niya is, kung zero eccentricity ka daw, what would be the required weld size? And meron pa siyang pahabol, no? With or without considering the weld limitation. Okay? So, para mas mabilis, siguro unahin natin yung without considering the weld limitation. Okay? Mangyayari kasi, kung yung eccentricity mo is zero or no eccentricity, yung load uh, PU mo would be acting on this location. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, it's concentric welded connection. So, kung concentric yon, mas mabilis yung calculation natin, no? Of a given Pillay weld. So, by the way, wala palang sinasabi dito, pero automatic to, alam natin this is a Pillay weld, no? Okay? Let me repeat, E is zero, meaning it's eccentric, or sorry, concentric welded connection. And the formula, no? Okay? So, sige. So, ano pinapahanap niya? Required weld size. Okay? But for this one, lagyan natin ng dalawang scenario. No? Una, yung scenario na kung saan without. So, yung problem na to actually, ang takeaway natin is, aside from the eccentric weld connection, also application ng Pillay weld limitation, no? Without weld limitations. Okay. Now, in terms of weld limitations, no, meron tayong tatlo dito, di ba? Yung maximum weld size, minimum weld size, and then yung effective length. Check natin mamaya, no? Pagdating sa item 2. Okay. So without weld limitations, no, considering weld limitation, assist siguro kung ano yung given niya, no? So in terms of the calculation ng required weld size, since ano tayo, i-take note na lang natin, no? This is a concentric, no? Magiging concentric na siya. So emphasize natin, E is equal to 0 millimeter. Therefore, concentric connection. Okay? Now, in terms of considering without weld limitation, no, and required weld size, the formula is as simple as ano, no? Something that we already derived. Okay? The formula is ano R sub U. This is LRFD, no? Okay, papakita ko dito yung derived na guys, no? Okay? R sub U, okay, is equal to P times R sub N. Okay? Wherein yung R sub N natin, okay, yung nominal, sabi natin that is ano F sub W times A sub W. Yung F sub W sabi natin, okay, that is ano 0.6, diba? 0.6 nung ating F sub EXX. Okay, for Pillay welds. Similarly, yung A sub W, that is T sub E times L. Okay? Yung T sub E sabi natin, for a Pillay weld, that is 0.0771 W. Okay? So times L. Okay? So this would complete yung equation natin for R sub U. Okay? Now, i-plug in natin yung mga given. Okay? So yung given natin, imay muna natin. Okay? Would be una, yung value ng P natin for Pillay weld, that is 0.75, di ba? And ang gagawin pala natin guys, no, by simple looking dun sa problem, this is a design type ng problem. Okay? Kasi given yung load. Okay? I-define mo yung mga dimensions. So design type tayo, kung ano man yung load natin dito, let's use that, no, as an RU. Okay? So we have 380. Okay? So this that would give us 380. Okay, yung value ng P for shear on Pillay weld, okay, 0.75. Similarly, yung F sub E, ano ba yung given sa atin? E60. So that would be, so let me correct that. 0.6 times 60. Okay? Yung multiplier natin, 6.895. Okay? Times, okay, 0.7071. W, unknown, ito yung hinahanap natin. Okay? Times, okay? Yung length L. Okay? So yung length L natin, yung total length ng ating weld, okay, would be 450. Okay? Times 2. Okay? Yan yung ating total length. Okay? So, hindi na to guys, hindi to eccentric weld connection is a concentric weld connection. So yung L natin dito would be the total length, no? 'Di ba? In terms of our previous discussion, per millimeter dati nawawala tong L dito. For eccentric ano 'yun? Weld connection. So dito naman again, it's a concentric connection meaning gagamitin natin yung L. Okay? Paki-take note na lang. So on that case, so yung isang weld length natin is 450 millimeter, okay? Times 2. Okay? So meron tayong as far as I remember, conversion dito, no? Divide 1,000. Okay? Now, paki-calculate, meron tayong W na required weld size na maka-calculate. So ilan to? Ano yung weld size natin?
3.207.
Okay, sige. 3,
3.207.
7.
47.
Siguro dito yung 2 decimal na lang kasi final answer na. And parang hindi naman natin gagamitin. 3.21. Hindi ako nagkakamali. Tama?
Yes po, sir.
So meron tayong weld size, no, na required to resist yung yung 450 na times 2 na weld length, okay? Now, if we would proceed dun sa next question niya, what if with consideration ng weld limitation, what would be ano mangyayari? Okay? Ano mangyayari? So, sige. So, if with weld limitations, kailangan nating balikan muna yung ating weld limitations. So let's try to revisit quickly. No? Kasi sabi natin meron tayong tatlong item for this one. Okay? So halimbawa, for minimum weld size, okay? Itong table na to, unfortunately refer siya kung ano yung thinner part ng ating plates na connected. Well, dun sa given kasi na connection wala namang mga thickness. So we could not use yung limitation na yon. Yung next is the maximum size. Same case, wala tayong mga plate thickness. So on this case, we could not use to check our connection. Except yung effective length ng fillet welds. Okay? So ano ba yung sabi dito kay effective length? Ang sabi niya dito, no, in terms of the effective length, hindi lahat nung length dun sa weld connection mo is bubuhat ng loads. Okay? May mga scenario na kung saan kapag masyado nang mahaba yung weld mo, hindi naman talaga lahat yon bubuhat nung load na naka-apply. Okay? Ang kailangan mong gamitin, hindi yung actual length but the effective length ng weld mo. Okay? And how to calculate that effective length is you need to refer on these equations. No? May tatlong scenario. Kung yung L mo daw is less than or equal 100 times the weld size W, automatic yung L mo, actual length mo, or the effective length mo is equal to the actual length mo. Ngayon, kung andito ka sa range na to, ito yung equation. Kung andito ka naman sa range na to, ito yung appropriate equation. Okay? For the effective length. Kung i-check natin ngayon, okay? Kung i-check natin ngayon, yung ating pinaka-equation, meron tayong magiging problem eh. Kung i-plug in natin dito sa same set of equation na to, ang magiging problem natin is unknown si L, 'di ba? Kasi dapat ang gagamitin daw natin dito is yung effective length, no? Effective length on our calculations. Okay? Dapat effective length na. Okay? Una, unknown si L. Okay? Tapos pangalawa, unknown din si si required weld size. 'Di ba? So dalawa yung unknown natin. Okay? Kasi hindi mo pwedeng gamitin to eh, si 450 or sorry, gawin na nating 900. Okay? Gawin na nating 900 millimeter na actual length. So bakit? Well, by quick checking, no? Sige, natin, i-check muna natin. Okay? Yung actual length natin, okay? Yung actual length natin, okay? L is equal to 900 millimeter. Okay? Now, in terms of the versus set of equations, sabi niya if L is less than or equal, no? Sabihin na lang natin equal, okay? 100 times W, no? Yung mo daw, yung effective length mo is also equal to the actual length. Okay? Now, if we would plug in kasi, okay, yung 900 dito sa equation na to, we could say na we could say na 900, no? Plug in natin diyan is equal to 100. Okay, ano yung W? Okay? Kung gusto nating gamitin yung equation kasi magde-design naman tayo, okay? Magde-design tayo. Meron tayong rights kung saang equation tayo or saang range tayo magpo-fall, no? Design problem 'to, no? Meron tayong rights kung saan tayo equation magpo-fall. So halimbawa, ito yung gagamitin natin, no? Na range. We could say na ano, if that is the scenario, plug in natin yung 900 dito. We would have the ano, we would have the supposedly required ano, weld size, no? So calculate natin yung weld size. Obviously, this would give you 900 divided by 100. So parang ano to, no? Basically ano, W natin is equal to 9 millimeter. Okay? 9 millimeter. So pag 9 millimeter pala yung weld size na ginamit mo, ang ibig sabihin lang nun, yung effective length mo na gagamitin sa equation supposedly dito is also equal to the actual length L na which is equal to ano 900 millimeter. So yun yung pinakamabilis, no? No, yun ang pinakamabilis. So kung ano man yung effective length, equate mo sa actual length. Tapos plug in mo dito, that will decide kung ano yung magiging weld size mo. Okay? Ngayon ang problem, okay, na pwede niyo ma-encounter sa or pwede niyong ibigay sa inyo is what if magbigay siya ng W and sabihin natin na ano, that is 7 millimeter. Okay? Halimbawa, 7 millimeter 'yon. Kung 7 millimeter 'yon, obviously hindi ka na magpo-fall dito sa ano na to, sa range na to. Ang magiging value mo na or ang magiging range mo na is somewhere dito ka na, okay? Sa case 2. So meron ka nang gagawin na calculation like kailangan mo na i-calculate si beta factor, no, na kailangan mo i-multiply kay actual length L para ma-calculate mo si effective length. And gusto ko lang i-emphasize yung beta factor mo is a chicken and egg, no? Kasi gagamit ka ng actual length L and yung assume weld size mo. Okay? So chicken and egg problem to. Kasi magdi-design ka, no? So gusto ko lang i-emphasize kung dun sa scenario na yon, kung saan andun ka sa range na yon, dapat ang gagamitin mong W, okay, would be from that range, okay? And the appropriate weld length na gagamitin mo dito sa equation mo is yung effective length, okay, on that scenario, okay? For you to calculate kung ano man yung capacity niya na i-compare mo dun sa actual load. Okay? So yun, basically yun lang yung gusto ko i-explain. Okay? So I would let you do the checking kung ano yung mangyayari, no, kapag case 2 ka nung ating effective length calculation. But to close this out, nag-focus lang ako dun sa sa case 1, okay, ng effective length. So basically yun na yun, no? Yun lang yung explanation doon. We could say na yung 380 would be resisted, no? Appropriately ito by using the 9 millimeter na weld size. Okay? Kasi nga lahat nung weld mo na 900 millimeter in terms of length is na-activate na or functioning na siya. Okay? Kasi nga yung effective length mo is also equal to the length L. Dito kasi sa case A, item A 1 natin without weld limitation, no, consideration, you could see na na yung weld pala natin is 3.21 millimeter. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi talaga ma-activate yung kabuuan ng ating weld length. So mali yung L na ginamit mo dito. Okay? Kung talagang i-check mo siya. Okay? Dapat effective length lang yung gagamitin mo diyan. Okay? So ayun, kasi design problem to, so we need to to decide kung ano yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So sige, proceed tayo dun sa mga kasunod na item. For item B and E, alam natin to kahit na hindi sabihin, this pertains to the to the scenario na kung saan meron ka ng eccentricity. Okay? Kasi yung mga tanungan niya, direct shear component, tension component. Okay? So tuloy-tuloy na to. Okay? So for item B and E, again, the eccentricity is equal to 150 na. Okay? So applicable na yung eccentric welded connection. So unahin muna natin yung item B. Okay? So yung for item B, yung pinapa-calculate is the shear component, no? Shear component. Well, madali lang to, no? Kasi formula based lang to no? Ang sabi natin yung shear component, no, reaction, so ituloy na lang natin, no? this is just formula based, no? We would have small letter f sub p is equal to the direct load p divide the total length of weld, no? And that is as simple as 380, no, yung ating load PU. Okay? So ang sagot kasi natin dito is in terms of Newton millimeter. So we need to multiply 1,000, no, for the 380 kilonewton, okay, for the conversion to Newton. Okay? Now yung L natin, no, that is simply the total length of weld, so 450 times 2. Okay? So we would have F sub P is equal to, okay, so ilan to? Ilan to?
422.2222.
422.
2222.
So this one is Newton millimeter. Okay? Yung next item is the reaction due to tension component. Okay? So in terms of the tension component naman, the formula is okay? The formula would be small letter f sub m is equal to the load P times E divided by the section modulus. Ang problem yung section modulus, okay, ng ating weld group. Now, if you would refer dun sa problem, okay, kung pag tumingin tayo sa view na to, ito yung dalawang vertical. No? And then, if you would go back dun sa ating table, okay, balik tayo dun sa table. Ang sabi sa table, yung formula mo dapat kung dalawang vertical, ito, d squared over 3. So, try natin i-derive to, no? Kung ito ba talaga. Okay? Supposedly, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Try natin i-derive kung paano siya nag-arrive on this equation. Okay? So, balik tayo doon. Okay? So, yung basis natin, no, yung step natin is to again, siguro mas maganda is we could draw na lang. So, for example, you have this weld, no, na dalawa, okay? Dalawang vertical, and you have obviously the location ng neutral axis mo. Somehow andito, no? Okay? Yung pinaka neutral axis mo. Okay? So the formula, okay? So ang ano pala natin, no? Ang rule natin is to use 1 millimeter na width for the weld. So ibig sabihin ito, yung pinaka mo diyan, okay? Thickness mo is 1 millimeter. Okay? Similar dito. Okay? Okay? Now, yung distance na to, okay? Yung distance na yan is distance D. Okay? Distance D. So if we would apply yung pinaka formula natin, okay? Again, that is as simple as no? Ix is equal to, pwede mong gamitin ng transfer formula pero i-eliminate lang naman yung AD squared doon. Kasi nga, yung centroid ng mga weld group mo passing to the neutral axis. Okay? So, as simple as no? The moment of inertia of your rectangular section, which is BD cube over 12. No? Ito yung pinaka-basis natin. Okay? Now, i-relate natin to sa sa weld. So, we would have Ix is equal to, so ano ba yung pinaka-base ng 1 weld natin? So, yung pinaka-base natin is 1 millimeter. Okay? 1 millimeter. Yung pinaka-depth natin, okay, is the distance D. Okay? Cube. Okay? Divided by 12. Okay? Now, this is only applicable for 1 weld. Well, we could multiply by 2 kasi parehas lang naman sila. So, times 2 na lang. Okay? Times 2. Okay? So, moving forward, we could simplify yung ating equation. We could say na na yung I sub x natin, so ang mangyayari is this one would be cancel out. Merong matitirang 6 dito sa denominator. No? Or, yeah, tama ba? Yeah, tama. Okay? So, we would have I sub x is equal to d cube over 6. Okay? So hindi pa dito, incomplete pa to kasi kailangan natin yung section modulus. Now, yung section modulus, okay, is as simple as ano I over c. So yung moment of inertia natin that we have calculated is as is d cube over 6. Okay? And yung distance c natin, as usual, ganun pa din yung definition niya, that is d over 2. Okay? D over 2. So meron tayong mga cancel out. So in this scenario, this would be 2. So be cancel out. Yung 6 and 2 cancel out, matitira dito is 3. No? So ang final answer natin, therefore, is yung section modulus ng ating well group, S, is equal to d squared. Okay? D squared over 3. Okay? So check natin sa taas kung nag-equal siya from the table. Okay, yan. So d squared over 3. Okay? So ito yung ating section modulus for this particular well group. Now, i-plug in natin dun sa equation. Okay? So we would have small letter F sub m is equal to yung load P, which is 380 kilonewton. Okay? So we need conversion na 1,000. Okay? And then yung distance E natin, no, yung ating eccentricity, yung value natin is 150. Okay? Millimeter. So we would have this equation divided by yung ating section modulus. Na yung section modulus natin, d squared over 3, which is yung distance din natin, kung if we would refer dun sa ating given problem, that is yung 450 millimeter. Okay? So this would be 450 millimeter. Check natin yung formula. D squared over 3. Okay? So squared. Okay? Divided by 3. Okay? So meron tayong value ngayon ng ating reaction due to tension component. So ilan to? Ilan to?
844.
844
44.44444.
Newton millimeter. Okay? Okay, okay na tayo sa tension component. Yung next is the maximum weld reaction. So, or the combined total reaction. So, this one is just a resultant, no? So, the formula is R, okay, is equal to F sub P squared plus F sub M squared, okay? And therefore, plug in natin yung mga values natin. We would have square root, okay? So, ilan to?
944.
944 point
0.11759.
11759. Okay? Okay na tayo on the total maximum reaction. We could now proceed dun sa next item, which is ano ba yung pinapahanap ng problem. Find the required weld size W, no? Considering the eccentric load, PU. Okay? So, on this one, okay, the required weld size, so let's also emphasize, okay, required weld size, okay, is equal to 150, okay, millimeter. We have eccentric. Okay, so ang mangyayari ngayon, gagamitin lang natin no, kung ano man yung ating nakuwang reaction due to eccentric load. Kasi ito na yung ano eh, ito talaga yung maximum reaction no, doon sa ating weld group. I-equate natin no, doon sa same formula na ginagamit natin previously. Okay? So, sa case na to, kung sa concentric connection, okay, just to take note lang, same set of equation lang naman, di ba? If we're using L here, no, again, no, we need to delete yung ating value. Okay, and emphasize ko na lang din dito. Okay? This is per length yung ating analysis. Sorry, unit width. Sorry, unit width. Okay? Hindi pala tayo length. Okay. So meron tayong mga values na dapat i-plug in. For example, on this equation, okay, we could use yung ating weld maximum reaction. Okay, plugin natin yun sa R sub U. Tapos gamitin natin yun to define yung unknown. So 0.75, 0.6, 60, okay, walang nagbago. Okay, unknown yung W. Okay, yung length natin dito ngayon wala nang value. Okay, wala nang value. Okay, and as far as I remember, even yung 1,000 na conversion, hindi na rin natin nilalagyan. Okay, paki-check nyo na lang yung ating previous discussion on this type of problem. Okay, so ngayon plugging in yung value, meron tayong makakalculate na W. Okay, so ilan yun? Ilan to?
7.17.
7.17. Okay? Millimeter na required weld size for eccentric connection. So ano yung mapansin nyo? Comparing yung value ng eccentric connection, 7.17, with the concentric connection, 3.21, malaki yung effect ng eccentricity. Okay? Halos na doble yung supposedly na weld size natin. Okay? So may effect talaga si eccentricity on our calculations. Okay? Okay, any questions or clarifications for problem number 5? This would close out itong chapter 8 natin under welded connections. Okay, so I think no questions. Okay. So that will be it, no? Okay.